Hello, Jim Stroud here, your SourceCon editor. Welcome to another exciting episode of The Source. Today we have a very special guest. Special guest, tell us, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Greg Hawks, and I like to do a thing called sourcing in real life.
Mm,
I have a YouTube channel. I like to experiment live while on live streams. I've been doing this for, I don't know, over a decade. And Jim, it's interesting because you were one of the first presenters that I saw at SourceCon. And you and I have become friends over the years, but I've learned a ton from you. And now I'm in a
mm.
position to where I get to do things like speak at SourceCon and just talk nerdy about all kinds of things. And it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing it. So it's your fault that I'm the way I am. Okay, because you got me started on the path. So that's the thing is, Jim, this was 10 years ago. Okay, like he was talking about sourcing on YouTube. He was talking about sourcing um, uh, for Java engineers by using very unique Boolean strings. So that's what got me really into this. And some of them were simple Boolean strings, and I use those same techniques in everything that I do. So nowadays, so I mean, yeah. So if you're if you're talking about learning and then coming for full circle, that is something that I've really enjoyed over the last couple of years. Is seeing the uh, eyes in people light up when they realize, oh, this is a lot easier than what I thought it was.
Yeah, and I appreciate your kind words. Thank you very much. It's interesting that you say that because I feel like I've learned so much from you. I've seen you at other, of course, at multiple SourceCon events, and um, the consistent feedback I get when I from people who see your presentations is wow.
Yeah,
So I'm
there's a
curious to
whole
know
world
what the
out there.
wow would be from you this round when you come back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm always I'm always learning. I'm always exploring new ways to do things. My goal is always to streamline my what I do on a day-to-day basis so I can get back to doing what's important is calling people. So there's a lot of AI out there right now. There's a lot of um, AI that has simply emerged. I mean, when I was creating my presentation, there's like four different AI technologies that came out. I mean, now there's like Llama, there's Bard, which is now Gemini. It's really an AI renaissance.
Yeah.
So when you're talking sourcing, especially if you're a new recruiter or new to a field and you don't know anything, AI can be a great help in learning more about it. But I always go back old school and use some of the techniques that I've used from things like that you teach, Jim, like Boolean strings, being finding new ways to engage people, looking at different websites because old school stuff works just as well. And really, what the goal of my presentation is to combine these two aspects and really increase the ability to find the job seekers that we're looking for.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and I appreciate. I like all of that. I think something you said there sort of resonated with me in that sourcing can, just for some, could be very complicated, and for others not so much. But I think that one thing that we try to do consistently at SourceCon is I sort of liking it to basic math. You know, you got geometry, trigonometry, algebra, those complicated things. But as long as you know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide, you can do complex math. So you get not only if you learn the basics of SourceCon and Boolean search, so forth, you can go on and do even more advanced things on down the road. So yeah, thanks for saying that. It just popped in my head when you were saying that.
you have to be a chemist nowadays, and it's not just finding the people; it's what do you do when you find the people. So,
Yep.
and the thing is, there's ways you can utilize AI to if you're terrible at writing messages, if you're terrible at reaching out to people, it can help enhance that aspect as well. So there's a lot of things that I cover in this presentation, but it's all super helpful and it's made my life easier by incorporating some of the research techniques that I would use on like Google and Yahoo um, into some of these AI technologies. It may not do the greatest job at finding everything that you're looking for, but it can definitely get you like a good number of conferences, a good number of websites to focus on, really help boost the initial start.
For sure, for sure. Um, I've noticed one other thing we have in common on this video, which people probably don't even realize by looking at us, but I realize it, is that we're both wearing merch from the SourceCon store.
Oh yeah.
Like, let me go ahead. Yeah. Well, you went a little
Come
blurry
out and
there, but I
focus
think I
now.
saw it. There you go. Human
Oh yeah.
recruiter. Cool. And this one is mine there. Very cool. We're styling and profiling.
That's actually, I love that shirt because people forget the human aspect.
Mm,
AI can do a lot. AI can do a lot of things well, but when it comes down to it, the goal of all this is to be human. To remember, all these job seekers out there are looking for work. So I mean that if you can help people, if you can help a larger number of people by utilizing technology, definitely do it. That's what I'm striving to do every day.
yep. Yep. I really appreciate your time. If somebody had additional questions or who wanted to network with you prior to SourceCon, how can they find you online?
So you can just look up the hashtag sourcing in real life. I'm pretty easy to find. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I love TikTok. It's one of the, I get more views on TikTok than any other platform, believe it or not.
Okay.
Um, so I'm pretty easy to find. So if you Google Greg Hawks, I am not the keyboardist for the cars, by the way. So I'm the other one.
Good to know. Great. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you being on the source.
Not a problem.